Fnatic's turn to ban.
Very tanky lineups, a lot of Bristleback, a lot of Tusk, Winter Wyvern if it's available. They've done some like Storm, Medusa combos a couple times. So they like the big boys. And we did see them play Terrorblade, I think, in the first game. With,
yes.
Maybe not telling of TB, but obviously.
No, not at all.
5 seconds.
It's hard to judge a series when they play one of the greatest teams, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
One of the great. I mean, they just
ban.
won Midas mode. They're pretty much the best team right now, I think.
Jesus,
Hands
they're
down.
qualified. You're right.
Yeah. Did they
How could I
pick Bristle
forget?
at all last series, by the way?
They picked Bristle in game 2 for Fnatic,
Game 2. Okay.
and Envy got. I don't want to. I mean, he just had a rough lane. He got run at by a Bat Rider, and there wasn't much he can do. And then his ancient stacks were stolen, and then there was even less that he could do.
It happens.
It sure does,
That
buddy.
sounds miserable.
All right. Well, we are into the draft. Game 1 between Navi and Fnatic. This is an elimination game. Both of these teams going toe-to-toe.
10
Navi,
seconds
very
remaining.
close series against Virtus Pro. They go down. Fnatic, of course, going 0-2, like we just said,
5
against Liquid. So,
seconds remaining.
Oh, elimination.
exactly.
Fnatic's turn
You
to
got to
ban.
say it with vigor.
Elimination. That just sounds weird.
You sounded like a demon. you sounded like Doom mixed with Bat Rider, and I don't.
I was gonna say a really, really bad Batman. Like a really poor rendition.
You're discount Batman.
Swear to me.
The question is, will Navi ban Bristleback? Do they fear the
No.
Bristle?
Honestly, I'm not sure Bristle is worth fearing. You just pick up a Silver Edge. He's very manageable. He messes up once, dies in the mid
10
game.
seconds
He's pretty
remaining.
manageable. I have not been impressed by the Bristle as of yet. Also
5
interesting to see the
seconds
Bounty Hunter.
remaining.
Third ban here from Fnatic. Little respect against Navi.
Fnatic's
Yeah,
turn
that's
to
the
pick.
good hero.
You
You
know,
guys
something.
remember Bristleback was one of the cheapest heroes in Midas mode. Maybe it's
It
very
was.
telling of how strong he is.
Wow,
Yes.
Great
Clinks,
point.
I think, was the cheapest, so expect that here to definitely come out this time around.
Okay.
Maybe someday.
And
we'll see
also,
Clinks.
keep in mind, there's no Pangolier or
10
Dark Willow,
seconds
guys.
remaining.
Yeah,
I've
we
been
talked
so
about
used to
that
watching these
too.
heroes played.
It's
crazy.
so weird because we've seen so much of
5
them in the past like
seconds
2
remaining.
weeks with this Midas Mode and Captain's Drafts. So it's really strange.
Well, guys, this is DreamLeague. By the way, I just wanted to say I have been so impressed by Navi's support duo. Snako and Roger are gods. They're actually so good.
They're Onage. They are definitely an Onage support duo. And Navi didn't have Roger, I think, when they were playing in the Grand Finals of Midas Mode.
Yeah.
So
is
that
correct.
is
Chew.
something to consider.
By the way, I had to verify it was not the Chew I was thinking of. I'm sure everybody figured that out except
Yeah,
for me, but
You have dreams.
I always wondered how he would communicate. It never really crossed my mind that he is not
It's
even
the chat
close to
wheel.
Ukrainian. True. True.
Destroy the barracks, then get back.
Like, wow, they couldn't find a different stand-in than a United States-based
10
Chew that
seconds
played
remaining.
Han in League of Legends. Like, huh.
I think you were the only one that was serious about it. I think everybody else was like, that's not
the
the real
thing.
Chew.
That's the beauty of my persona, Mod, is I can make things up and people will think I'm kidding, when in fact I am not. I actually thought that was Chew.
Well,
/
I
hoped.
mean, I thought there was a 17% chance it could be
17,
oddly specific
wowie.
number.
fucking Bash
Spear
percent,
Breakers
boys.
ain't gonna
Hell
be in
yeah.
this game or something. I don't know what's going
Spirit
on.
Breaker is
10
the Lord
seconds
of my
remaining.
life. They have the Lord of Light in Game of Thrones. I follow the cow,
5
baby.
seconds remaining.
Space Cow.
Relore, as it's called.
Hey, man.
Fnatic
I was watching some Dream League before I took my 2-hour nap, and Undying was the first pick in the Navi versus VP series, game
Yeah.
1.
I think Roger played it in that particular game.
I think they lost that
They
game.
lost because they had got brooded, as it were.
Oh yeah, that's right. Second pick Brood.
Radiant team
Yeah.
ban.
What a hero. Nice.
Very strange. Brax, is there any chance that Wyvern is not a support?
I think it's highly unlikely that it'd be anything other than a support when it's picked so early. Usually you pick it when you're like,
10
huh,
seconds remaining.
it can really destroy the lane or it's going to be like a super good game for it. But when you pick it so
5
early like this,
seconds
it's
remaining.
usually support.
Don't you think it could be used as a flex pick though?
Fnatic's turn
As
to
a
ban.
little fake out. First pick Wyvern, they think it's support, but end up building it into an offlane ice god.
So, okay, so the thing about that is then you're setting your draft up for like a late pick 5 position hero. And those are typically not the heroes that destroy games.
10 seconds remaining.
Those are your stable heroes.
5 seconds.
I don't know.
So,
I think a fifth pick Rubik is great, Brax. That's game winning.
Radiant
Yeah,
team
you know, sometimes it is. But that's
yeah.
like 1 in 100 games.
All right, we got it. 1 out of 100.
1% chance.
I think
Easy.
it's happening.
All right.
Oh, they picked all 4 supports.
So, yep. And Deuce is banned, which is the Fnatic hero they've been playing a lot.
10
Bristleback is
seconds
still
remaining.
available, but like we talked about, you probably don't ban that if you're Navi. Probably just deal with it in a
5
different way.
seconds remaining.
I don't know.
You never know. Maybe it's something they've been practicing with a lot.
Oh,
Maybe they'll bust out the old Batrider band, then play some Bristleback.
that'd be hype.
The Deuce.
Can't wait
event.
for this Bristleback. Everyone seems really excited about Envy picking Bristleback.
It's probably one of the most boring heroes in the game. You can see what's going to happen before it even happens. They're going to go on this guy, they can't kill him, and he's going to press Quill Spray 10 times.
Do you think Silver Edge is too good against him? Be something changed?
No, I
potentially?
think it's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't take it off at all, right? BKB does
I
not
know.
take it off. Lotus Orb.
I mean,
It's
he usually
literally-
builds tanky anyway, and I don't know. I'm
5
sure it's not an
seconds
If
issue.
the Bristleback is snowballing already, and he gets hit by Silver Edge, usually he doesn't die.
So he's more reliant on snowballing than previously, right?
Well, he's always been the snowball kind of hero. If he's not snowballing, he's quite useless. He won't be able to tank anything, he won't do enough damage.
Well, what about the Aghanims there, Brax? Does that make
Oh.
Bristleback do anything?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not.
Where's that on your ranking, Suns fan?
remaining.
It's pretty bad.
Number
I mean,
zero.
It's okay. No, it's not number 0. Come on now.
5
Oh.
seconds.
Alright,
Sniper
what
is
is the worst
easily
then?
the worst. Easily the worst.
Which one is?
Sniper.
Fanatics.
Whoa,
You
Yeah.
just
Dude,
you buy
Snipers
blade
is
mail.
Legit.
He spends the entire game farming all these items, and then you buy 1 blade mail, and he dies. Literally just 1 blade mail. That's all
I
it
guess
needs.
it's different if he gets pooled in Aghanims, so it doesn't take him an item slot, right? Then it doesn't look so bad.
No, then it's probably okay.
Isn't that the case for every single hero?
Every ag-
Not
Every-
Bristol.
Well, I mean, if I get it for free, I'll take
I
it.
really want the build of a bag and
Bristol's-
scepter.
Bristol's Ag's okay in some games, I think. I think
It's
the only
actually
thing
not
is,
that bad.
the one thing that is negative about it is that you can't pop Lincolns anymore, which is kind of an issue in some games. But
Oh,
we've
That's
seen
true.
who is it? Moo's the one that usually builds Ags on
Radiant
that hero.
team picked.
and he made it look pretty good. Oh, Earthshaker.
Hmm.
You know, this
Gracious.
might be the flex pick you're talking about, the offlane Winter Wyvern or Shaker. We don't know.
Oh.
Well, I appreciate you humoring me, Brax, but I think we all know where this Earthshaker's going.
10 seconds
Is
remaining.
that
That's right.
off lane?
Yes, that is offline.
Yeah.
If it
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
clear already.
Just wanted to clarify. All right, cool.
That's all good.
These are the picks that are interesting. Although the Viper pick is pretty for Navi, but it also Viper's good because if you wanted to pick Bristleback, it's like having break really early, so you don't have to build into a Silver Edge and you just destroy
Well, it's true.
The,
yeah.
What's the dream in terms of bloodlust? You know, like what is Fnatic really hoping for? Pair with this ogre, get all pumped up.
It's Wyvern, dude. That's their combo.
Oh,
Oh,
Mask of Madness, Bloodlust. Mm.
I think they wanted Medusa.
yes.
Medusa,
would've been
okay.
quite nice.
She's been banned.
I always forget about the break on Viper's Nether Toxin.
Yeah.
I got your back, dude. Don't worry.
It feels like there aren't a whole lot of heroes it affects, but it does ruin some heroes, right? Like Phantom Assassin, Bristleback, pretty good.
Dude. You have to, if you're PA or any of those heroes, really, you have to deal not only with break, but the Viper strike on you, and you're slow to
It's like
literally
hard
a
to get out
crawl.
of it.
You can't even you can't move around. You're pretty much dead before the fight begins. It's, Viper's pretty good against some of those heroes, but I don't know.
I heard Mott's a real Viper player.
Not
Viper
really. Real Viper
enthusiast.
player. I play the hero. Doesn't mean I'm good at it.
Oh, you play it. I've seen it.
I don't know.
Many
I
a time.
actually preferred the old Viper, even though Nether Toxin's still insane right now. I preferred laning with the old Viper because you get a lane advantage and then you just destroy that lane.
Mhm.
It's great.
Now
which
you
you
have
can
to be
do still now,
good
but-
at the game, right?
10 seconds
Right, exactly.
remaining.
That's the issue.
5 seconds
That's the
remaining.
issue.
100%.
Pugna pick. Huh. That's actually a little interesting. It doesn't really
Radiant
hard
team
counter
win.
anybody as of yet for Fnatic. Hey,
Ooh, there
we
he
talked
is.
about the Ags,
Nice
guys.
sniper.
Are we gonna see?
This is it.
Well,
This is a sniper game.
definitely someone that likes Bloodlust, but I really like the Pugna pick.
It also works with Undying.
Yep, works with Undying.
10
A lot of
seconds remaining.
sustainability with that Undying and Witch Doctor together. Plus now you have Decrep to kind
5
of reset
seconds
things a little
remaining.
bit.
Yep.
You've got Life Drain on top of that. It just gives Na'Vi this really nasty potential 5-man, right? These 4 heroes have
Turn
massive
to
team
ban.
fight with huge ability. I really like
Yep.
it. I think they need a gap closer to maybe jump on this sniper, but
This lineup screams 5-man.
yeah. And hey, Earthshaker, he likes a little bit of 5-man
True.
every 3 minutes.
10 seconds.
Same thing with
remaining.
Wyvern.
Yeah, they are kind of
so
relying
is-
on these big ults.
Remaining.
Is this a safe win Pugna then for General? I know he's yeah, General plays it usually for Navi, right? He played it last time in Lens mode.
I
Maybe
think
not
it's
safe
going to
win.
be offlane
Yeah.
with Undying rotating in and out.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Thanks, Brax.
You're welcome. I got you. You said general. I know what you're talking about.
You got me. Yeah. See, I talk about another toxin break. You talk about the right lanes.
What a
It's
combo!
Yeah.
I'll be
Thanks.
casting with Brax though,
Aw.
so that the combo will not be real, unfortunately. Sorry, Mont.
You know what? I'll forgive you. How's that sound? Because I have a glorious mustache and you don't.
Yeah, I guess that's
You
true.
know, every time I work on my mustache, it gets to a certain length, and then it just feels awful on my face.
I think you could
I
actually
have that
grow a
feeling.
handlebar mustache, Brax, and you should.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
A
I'm gonna
handlebar
highly,
mustache.
That'd
not
be hype.
recommend that.
Wow.
Dude.
You
I
could
know
look
what
like
you're talking
Purge,
about, Brax, though.
Brax. Don't you want that in your life?
You know, Purger's a handsome man. I wouldn't mind that.
10 seconds remaining.
Today I learned.
Radiant
Alright,
team
so what's going to be last, guys? Uh-oh. Here it is. Gyrocopter. Okay.
Ooh.
I like this.
You got the cousins, Gyrocopter and Sniper on the same team?
Is there any lore there? I guess Slacks would know.
Slacks would know.
They're both old men.
Gyrocopter
They
is
both
actually
look
his
homeless?
identical twin, except
10
instead of taking up the
seconds
gun at a young age, he fell in love with the machinery.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been there.
5 seconds
Believe
now I
me.
want to know the lore of these two people. What if they are related?
They are, look at them.
I mean, they both
Wait,
look
what
like homeless
was-
men, yes.
Was it Pugna's slave in lore was Viper? Is that what the question was?
Oh,
It
that's right. Yep.
Wasn't it Lifestealer?
No, it was,
No, it wasn't
it's his
Lifestealer.
pet,
Viper?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
his pet. Yeah.
Maybe we can hear the lore when we get in game.
They probably don't
That
have
would be-
anything.
Gyrocopter. Well, a lot of, I feel like Fnatic are kind of equipped for this 5-man. You know, they have a lot of tools, a lot of good AoE, and now the
Maybe not.
cherry on top.
That's a
Don't
pretty
worry,
good hero.
guys. Yep.
I was
Well,
wondering what they would pick last, but that looks very good.
I'm digging this Na'Vi draft, boys. I think that Void last pick is pretty darn good.
Yeah, I agree.
That was
I have
the
a hard
control they
time
needed.
not picking Navi no matter what, though.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
issue,
fair.
right?
Fnatic have options though. Between Wyvern, Earthshaker, Gyrocopter, some Shrapnels, an arseload of AoE mon.
Arse load.
Arse.
Yeah, the Fnatic has good, like these kind of frontliners. Like if anybody catches up to Sniper, as long as
10 seconds
Wyvern is
remaining.
outside of it, should be okay. But Navi does have like a
5
run at you
seconds
type
remaining.
lineup for
I
sure.
think if Fnatic can survive the early game and not get smashed in lanes and not lose all their tier 1s by like 10 minutes, I think they'll win. I think their lineup is really good at fighting what Navi have, but it's also super easy for Navi just to get the ball rolling and roll from tower to tower.
Tower to tower, indeed. One nasty looking Viper.
Yeah, dude. Dandy Viper.
Suns fan and Brax, if you would check Discord before we load into the game, that would be fabulous. Not sure exactly what we're waiting on at the moment, but here we go. We're loading in. Oh God, best of 3 elimination here, folks. I'm excited. This is where it really heats up, Mott. This is where the boys are separated from men.
It sure is.
They started a whole band about that.
really would. Okay.
Boys to men.
Oh, I see.
Themed bands were a thing. Remember the
Prepare
Spice
for
Girls?
battle.
I do. Good times.
Okay.
Oh,
so
this
it will
is so
be-
nice having my own someone else doing camera. Thank you, Mod.
You're
the
welcome.
best.
You're mahalo. So yeah, it's Suns fan.
I'm actually so sick of you saying that.
It makes me laugh every time.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
All right, sorry. Was that our
Yeah,
segue
that's
there?
you.
That's it.
I segued ourselves. I'm so sorry, Zyra. I took over your job temporarily. I do apologize. Suns fan here with the Braximus, the Maximus. How's it going, buddy? I know we haven't talked
pretty good.
much.
You know, it's been a while, but should have a good game.
You talked about how you said Fnatic, you like their lineup for the first 15 minutes. Is that what you were saying?
Oh no, I was saying I like their lineup if they can survive the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
They have they've got some good tools at dealing with 5-man for sure. But you know, it always comes down to execution, right?
Indeed. I'm not really used to seeing. We saw Dendi play a bit of Viper in Midas mode, but not the player I would associate with that hero. But since he's been changed, a little bit more skill based, one could say.
The battle
Wait, are you implying that he was not very skill-based before?
The Viper, yes, that's what I'm saying. Not
I
Dendi,
actually think
Viper.
this hero takes a lot of skill to play.
Is it mostly I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, by the way.
No,
but
no, I'm
guessing
being-
it's mostly positioning based stuff, right?
Like, he's a hero that's good in lane, but the transition from, like, after lane phase to farming well and everything is super, super difficult for a lot of players to manage. And it's
Yeah,
just
I guess
because
that's
he's
true.
so clunky, so slow. Doesn't
Yeah,
farm very
unfortunately,
well.
Dendi, he ended up going for the bounty rune, so could not block his wave, and as a result, it is on the side of Fnatic right now. Definitely not what you want to see, but he's going to have some help. That's actually pretty cancerous lane. We have Roger and Dendi together. Undying and Viper.
It's the green gamers.
Yeah. Against the main. Pylite Die's pretty tanky, but I don't think it's going to be tanky enough. He gets rest down to 170 HP. Forced to salve out already.
Yep, Ogre doesn't stand a chance against the Undying.
Bottom lane in the meantime. Ohio playing Earthshaker is going to solo this up for now against the Witch Doctor and Void. Which lane would you expect it to be first blood? Perhaps top, as General gets quite low, but we'll fight off the Envy DJ combo for now.
I'd say it's going to be top. He's just going to get missile spam forever with Arctic Burn until he gets too low to lane, and then if he keeps trying to lane, he'll probably die.
Okay. We'll see if you're correct. I'm going to say it's bottom, just because I want to be different right now. General
Okay,
getting...
so you think Crystallize is going to get solo killed by Ohio? I'll take you up on that offer.
How dare you twist my words. And DJ getting forced out of lane by General. Look how fast Pug, 355 move speed. That is insane. Has a Windlace. No boots yet, though. As we were both wrong, it is first blood in the middle. As Roger takes out Pylite Die. Undying. Very strong in the laning stage, as we've seen many a time.
Yep, and this is why we've been seeing a lot more Undying picks come into play. This hero is an early game monster.
And you can see the Ignite come out, but Roger picks up the haste and looks like he's having a great time in this early stage of the game. Will be able to get back to the base in quick succession to be able to heal up. As bottom lane, Ohio being forced out again. 12-5 CS versus the top lane, 9-4 on Envy. His Gyrocopter. How do you think Gyro fares in this game as your one position?
Game. As a one position, right? It's got like there's a Chronosphere to deal with, Viper spells, Pugna spells. The Chronosphere is gonna be like the big thing. They have Cold Embrace to save whoever gets focused in Chrono, but at the same time, it just lets Pugna life drain them forever. So they're probably not gonna survive that, honestly.
What's the reason for the Gyro pick? Would you say? I mean, the only thing that I can say, I mean, it's very strong early game, I guess, which is nice to have for your carry. Also, as we're going to see some action mid lane, Cass is going to connect. Not going to bounce, but they don't need it. The Soul Rip just destroys poor Abed in the mid lane. But back to the Gyrocopter. The only thing I could think of was Flat Cannon with Tombstone. You can get rid of that pretty quickly at the very least.
Yeah, it's good at that for sure. And it's also like when an enemy has a lineup that's built to just run at you and take your towers, you need to be able to fight because you're not going to be able to trade fast enough. So with Gyro, he comes online much faster than other carries, so he'll be able to attempt to fight. Might not be enough still. That's usually what it seems like. It feels like he's picked for that, because because that's what he has over all the other carries, right? But it never feels like enough when there's just Pugnut and Dying that runs at your tower.
Look at Roger. My God, dude. What a god.
Orb of Venom, too.
He is literally taking over this game single-handedly. And Roger, he's going to get some help from General right now, but the Rocket Barrage coming out. Roger's in a lot of bit of trouble, as some would say. As he's going to attempt to hide in the trees.
Oh,
is he actually going to juke Envy?
What?
Oh, my Lord.
Look at General.
That was
just
pretty crazy
DJ
juke.
Too.
Yeah, one Nether Blast will do it if he can find it. DJ, he'll run directly into him. And actually, the right click should suffice as he finally takes him out. As Crystallize takes that off. I was right, Brax. All right? I was just a little late.
Okay,
I was a little bit late. It counts, though.
We don't round up that high.
It is America. I'm pretty sure we round up.
Freedom units, we do round up a lot.
All right. But right now, Navi looking quite good in the very early stages of the game, and Roger is a big part of the reason why.
I mean, everywhere this guy has gone, he's found some sort of kill or destroy the lane phase.
How do you view Viper in the early stage these days, considering Nether Toxin?
I don't think he's that good at lane anymore.
You don't think he's that good, or just not as good?
He's nowhere near as good, especially in like the farming department. Look at his base damage, 53. It's not high at all.
Right, and it's hard to gauge the actual extra damage coming out from Poison Tech since Nether Toxin was kind of combined, but they kept the name Nether Toxin for reasons unknown to me. Seneko, he's gonna get off the cask. Looks like Abed's Shrapnel will come out, but Pylai Die will drop to the deck. So an easy kill coming out for Navi. Roger, he finds his way to the courier. Still has Decay. I think he's going to be okay. He just runs away safely.
He's gone.
And he does not have a TP, though, so we'll have to walk the very long way. Dendi, level 5 right now. 25 and 8 in the mid lane versus Abed's 21 and 1. So relatively even as far as CS is concerned, but of course we've seen some kills come the way of Navi.
And this gets really bad for Fnatic. Like, Faceless Void has level 6, so this Earthshaker is a free kill every time somebody rotates. This mid lane, when Viper hits level 6 too, Ogre can't play anywhere near as aggressive. And then top lane, General is getting levels too. Not looking so hot for Fnatic, obviously, since it's 6-0, 6 minutes in.
Oh, Roger could be in some trouble here. Pops the wand, so we'll survive for now. Ohio continuing to chase, but not really going to find another fissure anytime soon. So, would you say, has every lane been lost to some degree by Fnatic? How disastrous is this as a start?
Every lane has been lost. Even up top, like,
top lane, yeah. Cask into another cask and to the Nether Blast. Looks like the Rocket Barrage comes out doing a lot of damage with the help of DJ. They might be able to find someone, but no. Envy dies first. They will get the trade. And Seneko attempting to get out of dodge here. Has the cask again. It's going to be a pretty good one, but will not be enough to save his actual life. So it's a 2-for-1, but they kill Envy first.
Yeah, very true. You know, at least they get something, right? That's boots money for Ogre.
And General right now, 395 moves. I can't actually believe how fast this hero is. It's insane.
He's got wheels.
That could be a good cosmetic, actually.
It could. All right, Roger's going to spot these two up at the shrine. Abed's on level 4 at 7 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the not good category.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dendi, 6.5 right now. And I don't think Roger was spotted. He could probably go for a kill in the mid lane if he really wants. 3 heroes from Fnatic designated to try to keep Envy alive in the top lane for now. Oh, they might find the courier. Oh, it's going to be fortified. Shielded. Not sure what the adjective to use these days is, but whatever it is, they will use it.
It's fine, since the name is Shield.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Always trying to help you be politically correct.
Is that being politically correct?
I don't know.
Now, DJ is going to get the Arctic burn off, but Seneko is here along with Roger. See if they can potentially find the kill on DJ. He'll traverse to the other side of the trees and be fine for now. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Crystallize looking for a potential kill on Ohio, but I think he's going to need a +1 to actually accomplish that. In fact, he might just go mid. Abed still level 4. Dendi level 7. Okay, he just hit 5. Still very far behind in this mid lane. Looks like Pylai Die is going to... He's running away from couple of Na'Vi heroes. He's pretty tanky, though.
He's making space. He's got a
Yeah.
TP on him.
I don't think they're even a bother. Probably just focus more on trying to take out mid. Up. Highlight die. He's going to TP out. Maledict applied, but we'll be good to go.
Alright, not so bad. But there's still so much pressure that Fnatic have to deal with. Like, this Pegasus Void is totally free farming up top. Pugna has control of this lane's level 6. Blast it over and over. In our spot, I don't know what they can do, actually. They need something.
It's amazing that Roger has taken over this game, yet he's only level 3.
Yep, down bottom. Crystallize going to Chronosphere Ohio. Actually, might not even need it.
No, he's going to use it. DJ's actually right on the outskirts. He's going to save Ohio for now with the Cold Embrace. Seneko with the Cask and the Maledict applied. We'll see if that's enough to actually take him out. But Seneko will be killed at the very least. Crystallize, force the Time Walk. He's taking a lot of damage, though. And with the Ignite, they might be able to take him out. DJ, looks like Ohio will live through this. Has the Fissure as well. Will not find Crystallize with it. But DJ with the last right click. That's a double kill from DJ. Well done with that rotation.
Alright, disaster. I guess, you know, slight miscalculation on the side of Na'Vi, but at least Winter Wyvern has all 4 kills. So, they've got that going. And then meanwhile, Pugna's blasting top since both supports rotated, so... Still, that's exactly what Fnatic need to stay in the game.
So, are you telling me that I'm going to end up being correct and this will be a core Wyvern? One way or the
Perhaps. He's making the transition.
other. I hope so, my friend. I hope so. Crystallize level 9 right now in the bot lane. A little bit of misplay there, but Navi's still working with a 2k lead. Meanwhile, top lane, Decrepify into the Decay, and the ult from General. Not enough to actually get the kill, as he's going to take a couple call down procs. But the tower getting quite low. But so is General. He'll be forced out. In fact, will TP to base.
Yep, Fnatic are smoking up, looking to make something happen, but they're not going to find anything too useful. A level 4 and die for their 3 or 4 man smoke gank. Probably not the best, but it's something. They got to protect.
It's the revenge factor. They need to get something out of this. It'll at least feel good, you know, as Roger's taken out, as Envy gets it with his Rocket Barrage, and see if they transition this into a potential tier 1 tower. As General, though, will be spotted, but we'll go around the safe side of the tower. Oh, Cask actually comes out. Could be a pretty good bounce. With General's help, they might be able to get this Maledict apply, but no. Not going to be enough to Decrepify, though. Onto DJ, level 5. Roger, okay. Nice Fissure from Ohio. Keeping everybody on their respective sides of the river. So Crystallize going for a Battle Fury, by the way, on this Void.
Yep, seems fine. He's got all the space in the world to just keep farming. He wants to make sure he plays like a true position 1 instead of buying the Fusel Blade, Chronosphere somewhere and dying.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see the variations in build on Voids, whether it be off lane or carry. His top lane, Tombstone applied. Ohio does have Echo Slam available. He's going to use it. It's not going to do that much damage, but the TP support is coming in the form of Ogre. DJ not taken out by the Nether Blast. In fact, he's going to walk away with a sliver of HP. Roger, ignited. Will Soul Rip up. Fortification. How much? 6 HP on this tower. His General will die to the tower itself, surprisingly enough.
No.
Envy dies bottom lane simultaneously, though. Okay, I guess the Chronosphere was used. No Death Ward, though, which is still available.
This game's crazy. You don't know what's going to happen.
You get a really good trade, and then Envy just dies bottom. That's kind of the Envy way, but he'll do the opposite at some point in the game as well, I'm sure.
I mean, it wasn't even that. It was the Pugna dying up top to the tower hit. Because he walked back in to blast the tower, but he didn't do the maths. And the tower lived with 6 HP.
Yeah, and the Fortify coming out as well. So General looks like he'll be going towards an Aether Lens, as Nether Blast can be applied to the tower in the mid lane. Seneko scouting things out here with an Invis rune. Has a Cask. Oh my god. This could be disgusting. Here it comes. No Maledict though. Just the Death Ward. That's enough to kill off Abed. Looks like Pilot Die might be next. As TP support coming away with Earthshaker, but Envy with the ultimate. Take out 2 though. His General taking a lot of damage with the Rocket Barrage. Gets 1 more Nether Blast, but it's not going to be enough to save his life. Dendi looks to be next on the list. Into the homing missile. So a nice turnaround from Fnatic. The 2 for 2, but they do lose Abed early on in that engagement. Who does that benefit?
It's hard to say. But
It's Fnatic. 700 extra gold.
Sure. There we go. Thank you, Fight Recap. That's what.
Yes.
That's why you're here. I'll be right. They killed the sniper. Look at Sniper's net worth in comparison to everyone else.
Yeah.
He's quite far down there. And honestly, this hero, he when he doesn't get off to a good start, he does spend a lot of time catching up. He doesn't farm that fast. Shrapnel's good at clearing waves and everything, but it's not. It doesn't feel good enough a lot of the time.
He's a high ground god, but you never want to rely on that
true.
necessarily.
It's a sad day when your hero's peak is at the high ground.
Yeah,
Like
true.
Arc Warden.
Let's not speak of that disgusting hero. We've talked about it so many times, and I just get tilted thinking about why that hero is in the game in general.
All right, Crystallize smoked up. He has Chronosphere with an Arcaner, looking to make something happen.
Yeah, they could potentially find a kill here. For sure, as the Bloodlust is on the tier 1 tower for now. Dendi still has Viper Strike to work with. We'll take an Ignite for his troubles. We'll see if Fnatic wants to actually defend this or not. Doesn't seem like they want to, as they have an idea that the majority of Na'Vi is in the area. But Ohio pushing out the bottom lane in the meantime. He's pretty close to a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, very true.
Pretty close.
Blink Daggers, that's what they need to be able to fight Na'Vi.
Now we're going to have the Fire Blast to start from Pylai. He's just going to run away, creating more space for Fnatic. Oh, the 4-step comes into play as Dendi gets the Viper Strike off. And Pylai, you are super dead, my friend. As the last hit goes the way of Seneko, actually.
Yep, but it's all space for Ohio to farm his Blink Dagger. Only 200 gold away. The thing is, there are a lot of things to cancel out this Echo Slam, right? There's Tombstone zombies flying around, Vipers, a tanky hero that can sit in the front lines and doesn't have to be grouped. Pugna's always going to be like just casually blasting the tower. I guess maybe the first reveal of it, right, could be big. They could potentially use that to win them a team fight.
The fortification is now popped by Fnatic. Fissure comes out, but eventually Na'Vi does get that tier 1 mid. Of course, Abed in the meantime has been trying to catch up in the top lane as a result. Getting somewhat close to the Dragonlance. So that's at least something. At what point does Sniper become this hero that Na'Vi actually care about?
Maybe in like 35 minutes. At this
Oh,
rate.
so it's not an item. It's a timing.
It's multiple items.
So
That's the
Dragonlance, Maelstrom +1. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe more. Mask of Madness.
Maybe
too.
more. Oh, Chronosphere comes out. It's more of a
lift.
zoning one, though. Pylai taking a lot of damage to the Death Ward with a
Zonosphere.
Maledict. Crystallize. Time lapse is hey, it worked. They got to kill Brax. All right, let's not
That is
judge.
true. No, you're right. End result is ability used, kill gotten.
Didn't look pretty, but they got it at the end of the day.
Yep.
Dendi level 12 on this Viper. We've seen some varying builds from Viper players since this change has been made, not only to Nether Toxin, but the talents as well. It almost feels like an Ember Spirit to some degree, whether you go to 8% lifesteal or 20 attack speed.
Yeah, we've seen some Veil builds.
Yeah, exactly. The Veil has been pretty popular. There's the bottom lane. Ohio's in a lot of trouble. Pylai dies here for support. Ohio still has Echo Slam to use. Will he try to get it off? No. Crystallize takes him out with that time lock. What level is the Echo Slam?
Man.
Level 2. Would have been okay. Of course.
I actually think it. Oh, whatever. He didn't use the Echo. It's one of those things where, like, sure, maybe you Echo and kill Void. He's a huge value kill, top of the network and everything, which is good, but then you just get pushed. It's like the enemy team is waiting for you to just use these cooldowns to take some sort of engagement. But
So what you're saying is you shouldn't use your spells this game.
no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that there are consequences for using your abilities,
Yeah.
and so you have to make them count.
Yep, that's a good point. That is definitely a good point. What do you think of the new Echo Slam, by the way? I say new, but you know what I mean.
Oh Jesus, I actually forgot about it.
You forgot of that skill was in the game.
No, I
Gracious.
mean the change.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You're not
It
going to
is
get these
very
solo kills. As looks like Pylai dies dead. That's going to be an easy one. Envy has Mask of Madness with the Invis Rune. He's actually going to get the call down off. Homing Missile is here as well. But none of those skills will really do much, as Roger's just going to taunt. his way to victory, it seems. 6K lead for Na'Vi at 18 minutes. We kind of expected them to take off in the early game. Is this about the level you were thinking, or are they more ahead than you originally
Up
thought?
top, Ohio's gonna echo General. He's very dead.
Yep,
He can still solo kill.
That's true. Oh, Crystallized gets off the Chronosphere. Is going to hit on one. Doesn't look like DJ's... Well, he actually was in range for that Golden Rays. Very surprising, but it's not going to be enough to save Envy at the end of the day. It's a 2-for-1. As Crystallized, again, not afraid of anything right now. Has the Battle Fury. Just got the Shadow Blade delivered to him. It's a Fire Blast now on Roger. Into the Fissure. They actually might be able to get this kill. And Abed takes that for himself, which is super important for Fnatic. But again, they keep losing these cores. Envy died, I believe, first in that engagement.
Yep. Died in the Chronosphere. You were asking me something important, and I forgot it, so it must not have been that important.
I'm sure I'll not remember it because it wasn't important, like you said. It's okay though.
Cool.
We were talking about the Echo Slam at some point.
Oh, you're talking about their the start.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Are they more far behind than you were thinking?
At this current rate, Na'Vi
Top
will,
lane, by the way. Oh,
It's fine.
barely. Good lord. Maledict is doing so much work. Oh, less than 100 HP there for a second.
Has fallen.
But tier 2 tower taken out with ease. I mean, the real question is, are they too far behind to come back? And I think the answer to that is no. Just because they have a sniper.
Yeah. I feel like
Gyrocopter,
you
though,
can't
feels
count,
super far behind.
Under attack.
Yeah, it's true. Gyro is definitely going to suffer in this kind of game, but I feel like you can't count Fnatic out yet. They've got Shaker, Wyvern, Sniper, excellent high ground defense. All it takes is one team
Top
fight.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, that one juicy Echo Slam.
Yeah, one team fight, and then maybe another, and another on top of that.
I wouldn't go that far. I think if they were to get 2 team wipes right now, they'd be in the lead.
Yeah, true. But Navi's going to take Roshan or make them fight.
Yep, Tombstone place just in case. As I believe Crystallize will be taking this for himself. Although Dendi might be posturing for it as well. Not sure if there's really a preference. I was going to say General is probably the best hero for it, but I didn't think he was going to go for it, but it looks like they'll give it to him.
Have a little faith in yourself. You could have called it.
I know. This is actually one of my biggest pet peeves, and we've talked about this many a time, where teams end up giving the Aegis to like a transformation hero like Sven. It just disgusts me, you know, especially when there's a Pugna on your team. But not going to be seeing that today. I wouldn't say Void is exactly a transformation hero, but when he uses his ult, a lot of his power is going to be lost. Looks like they're going to be applying some pressure to this tier 3 mid. In the meantime, the tier 2 taking some damage from Envy and company. See how long they stay there.
This isn't very good for Na'Vi. Sure, they're casually blasting the tower, but actually, they've got a lot of sustain. The Witch Doctor heal, Earn, and dying as well. Not too bad.
Will we be seeing a Meteor Hammer this game? Will General pick one up?
Hope not.
Do you think it's the worst item in the game?
I don't know about that, but it doesn't seem particularly useful. It just takes so long to get off.
Yeah, I would agree. It does make sense on certain heroes like Pugna's Envy. Looks like 2 TPs coming out. Crystallize. Oh! Very close to using that Chronosphere. In fact, could still potentially do it, but no. I don't believe they have a scan available right now, so the tower will go down without a deny, actually, so Envy gets what he came for.
Yeah, nice play by Envy. That's exactly what they need.
Oh, mid lane. Viper Strike applied to Abed. Yeah, potentially. There's no help here for Dendi, so Hurricane Pike on cooldown for 7 seconds as well. Roger finally comes into play, but there's a call down into the Fissure coming through, and that is to be a dead Dendi. So Fnatic getting a couple good trades right now. And this we'll call in a mini engagement. Pylite Die taking a lot of damage though. Soul Rip keeping the Tombstone alive. Seneca with the cast. Not going to bounce to his liking. Will actually get cursed up. He's going to be bashed down by the Void, it looks like. It's going to be pretty close. Assassinate comes out, but it's DJ that ends up getting it with the Splinter's Blast. So Na'Vi making some costly mistakes here. Got to be careful.
Yep, they're just buying time. Trying to scale into the game. It's still only a 6k gold lead for Na'Vi, and we were talking about that, like, what, 4 minutes ago?
Yeah. And look at the tower advantage. I mean, they have 2 towers for Fnatic right now, but only 1 tier 2 remaining on the way of Fnatic. So you have to expect that there's going to be a net worth lead for Na'Vi, but
Of course.
it's not too
You'd expect it to
gigantic.
be higher, though, at this point.
Yeah.
Like, not only is it tower gold, it's also complete map control. But Fnatic, they're starting to get some of that back. Shaker, when he's off the map, is very hard to deal with. I don't feel like Fnatic are in that bad of a spot. Like, sure, Na'Vi have Aegis, but it's not easy for them to hit the tower mid lane. It takes a long time.
Yeah, the problem is, though, if Fnatic, they just have to keep playing kind of, it feels like picture perfect in some regard.
Yeah, it's
You can't be wasting skills, you can't be getting picked off, because if you do, Na'Vi can take full advantage of the push.
They have no room for error at all.
Exactly. I mean, Ohio, I love his build, though. Going for, I mean, not that this is unusual at all, but Blink into Shadow Blade, be able to get off those big Echo Slams, as this Tier 3 tower looks to be coming down here pretty shortly. No Fortify for Fnatic, and Netherblast will take him out. In general, looking for more. Netherblast on the racks now, so this is when Fnatic really needs to get off some good spells. Shadow Blade is available now for Ohio, and it's going to be a surprise factor potentially. Tombstone's placed. Ohio.
He's looking for the jump, but it's just General with an Aegis.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty. They are going to get the Aegis, though. Assassinate coming through as well. So that's something. Oh, here comes the Chronosphere onto 2. Includes Gyrocopter and Sniper. That's pretty big, but where's the follow-up? The Bash is coming through onto Abed. Gets the Hurricane Pike off for now. Call down. Used very defensively. They'll take out that Tombstone finally, along with the Nether Warden. Well, technically speaking, Fnatic hold, and they don't really use that much. Earthshaker still with the Echo. We've seen, I believe, 1 Echo Slam this game, if I'm not mistaken. He's really holding on to that.
Yep, and it was just for the solo kill on the Pugna comp, but we'll probably see more now. Honestly, that was a very good defense from Fnatic. Like, Earthshaker, instead of going for a big Blink Echo, he fissured off the backline, and then also Winter's cursed, so people couldn't follow up on the Chronosphere. That's just what they need. If they can reset off the Chronosphere so Na'Vi don't have any damage in the Chronosphere, then everything's fine. But again, it is that that picture-perfect gameplay, right? They cannot mess up, or Na'Vi can easily break open the game. Pugna destroys buildings.
Now, if this were to go kind of later game, let's say 45 minutes and beyond, obviously Fnatic have a technically better lineup as far as carries are concerned. How far can Void take you in a game like this?
Well, Void can take you as far as you need in this game. He can definitely solo carry this game in the ultra late game, just because there's no real, like, there aren't that many tools to mess with them, right? Like, he has BKB, Shadow Blade, Battle Fury at this point. He can find the engagements really easily, and it's one of these heroes that you can't farm alone on the map against, right? He's always very dangerous off map, so I think Void is totally fine. It's just the, I don't know. The game is weird because I don't know how well Gyro's going to transition.
Yeah, he seems to be the big question mark this game, for sure.
Like, look at his gold. He's doing envy things. He's building up the interest in the bank. 4,700 gold. Maybe he'll pull out the rapier. I've got no idea. This guy's a madman.
Rapier, huh? Yeah, that sounds envy-like for sure. General, Nether blasting this tier 2 bot. But yeah, it just feels like, I don't know. Gyro's a weird hero. I'm kind of a fan, like, in a pub perspective, but from competitive, it just doesn't feel like it's that impactful in games like this. And I don't even know what items can change that, honestly.
He just always feels underwhelming. Like, sure, he's got a bunch of AoE damage, but you look at the numbers on call down. Level 1, it does 200 damage on the first drop. Like,
yeah.
Back in the day when, you know, Alliance TI3 era, this was the hero. Almost every game. And it felt like when this hero came into team fights, everyone died. Nowadays, it kind of feels like, oh, there's the flag cannon, oh, there's the call down, and then he has to hit you, like, for 10 seconds with the rocket barrage or something ridiculous.
But would you also say that early game was perhaps more important back then as well, being able to snowball with a ridiculously...
the early game is the most important thing it's ever been.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
When you look at the changes to the game, all the changes over the last couple of patches have been about ending the game. Roshan, second cheese, refresher shard on the third kill, and then now you have the removal of base shrines, so you can once again end the game pretty easily.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's an interesting way to think about the game, for sure. Yeah, I think the one thing I would say is that there's more comeback mechanics in the game now than there used to be as well, though.
That is true. But I always feel like the early shrines, like 5 minutes and onwards or whatever, like in the lane phase, oh boy.
Crystallize, he wants this so bad. Oh, he wants it so
Just gotta
bad.
make sure there's no Wyvern around.
Yeah, well, he forces out a drum at the very least, and only one charge remaining. Is Roderick being spotted out for now? The dust is there. He actually puts down the tombstone. I think with that, Fnatic will just run away, but looks like Pilot might be stuck between Roger and Crystallize. I hear a curse go off. Looks like it's on Dendy for now, as Crystallize comes in to try to finish off Pilot, attempting to create as much space as possible for his team. And they're going to lose the Wyvern as well. So 2 dead for Fnatic. They do have buyback on Wyvern, but no curse, which is a huge deal for this base defense.
No curse and also no creep wave. And you cut the mid wave and the backdoor protection can kick in soon.
Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Backdoor protection's there. They might be able to get the range if they really tried, but not sure if they want to commit. As they will back. And actually, yeah, I forgot they could even go for shrines. They've had that tier 3 for a while now. Just haven't found the opportunity to take these bad boys out.
Yep, and with no shrines, Roshan control becomes even easier for Na'Vi. I don't know, game is hard, right? Like, when Na'Vi do push, and it's organized, and it's just, you know, we're gonna blast the racks and get back or whatever, it's like Viper on one side, Pugna on the other. It's so... You can't really go on this Viper in the beginning, but at the same time, you can't also just use all your spells on this Pugna without anyone next to him, or else you're just gonna lose the fight when Void comes in and Chronosphere, so... They're in an awkward spot where they have all the tools to fight, right? They've got the big AoE combos and everything, but Na'Vi need to kind of mess up their positioning and group up, which is not easy for them to do. Or sorry, it's not hard for them to position properly when they're just hitting the base, but when team fights are chaotic, like around the Roche Pit, for example, or in these narrow choke points, it's a bit better.
Oh, Chronosphere onto DJ, who's in a lot of trouble, will fall, but Chronosphere's down. Looks like that's enough for Fnatic to back off, though. DD on Envy. So they were really looking for a fight there. Na'Vi now. They might be going for this bad boy. Spirit Vessel online, by the way, for Roger. Prevent a lot of that heal from Cold Embrace, potentially. Ohio. I feel like so much pressure is on Ohio this game. It's actually crazy.
Definitely.
One ultimate this game still. And that's so scary as an Ursha. You miss one ult, or it's not to the full effect, you literally lose a Rax, if not more.
Yeah, it feels like there's way too much weight on the shoulders this game. You know, Wyvern's up in 5 seconds, but I don't think they can test this Roche. Tombstone's on the high ground.
Roger pops his ult. My god, Pylite Die just drops immediately. That felt like an insta-gib, if nothing else. Shrapnel comes out, but General able to take the Aegis for himself. Curse is there. He's going to beat the crap out of Pugna. And it looks like that will be the Aegis down Zo, but DJ on the run. Crystallize bashing him up. Still has the cheese to work with from that new Roche. He's going to attempt to keep chasing. DJ blinks away to safety for now, but Dendy and company, you have to think eventually they'll find him. Might take a while, though. Okay, he actually jukes. Using nighttime to his advantage. Blink Dagger available as well. Does not have a TP, but could easily buy one real quickly here.
All right, that was very nice. It's the curse off. General loses Aegis.
Yeah, it looks like cheese has been passed from Crystallize, so they really want General healthy and ready to go. He's going Dagon, by the way. Has Dagon 1 right now. You think that's the right choice this game?
I think it's fine. Just need to help kill people in Chronosphere because they're going to get a Cold Embrace, so doesn't matter too much.
Force Staff now online for Envy. It just feels like he does no damage this game. He does absolutely nothing.
But what can he even buy? There's no like single item that's going to give him that damage unless he wants to.
Yeah. Well, we kind of talked about this early game, or before the game. Gyre just felt weird. It's just a weird pick with a sniper in this particular game.
They're cousins.
Other than the lore. Other than the lore, it's kind of weird. Definitely a bit weird.
I didn't understand what you meant by weird.
Yes, that's true. I should definitely watch my words and be more specific. That's the one thing that they have is sniper, of course. We talked about this high ground defense. Very, very difficult.
He's actually really farmed, too.
Yeah, Mjolnir right now with the Hurricane Pike and going for an MKB. Of course, that's the combat, I believe, the Butterfly that is not quite built on Crystallize yet.
Yep, but it's coming.
Couple hundred gold there. Oh, Dendy's going to find Envy. There's a Hurricane Pike used by each respective player. General pops in, but BKB is forced. And Na'Vi will be okay with that trade. In fact, that might be enough for them to try to go high ground, potentially.
I don't know. They're really struggling to go mid, especially. Like, they've taken the tier 3 and the range racks, but whenever they try to hit the melee, it's just way too difficult. Sniper is starting to scale and come online.
Ohio, bottom lane, pushing out to a high degree. Again, has yet to use his ultimate more than once this game.
Hasn't needed it.
Sure.
That's right.
Yeah, it's definitely not criticizing because like we said, it's pretty much all on his shoulders right now. Very tough position to be put in.
It's like the pace of the game, too, right? Na'Vi, you're just sitting there, pushing safely with Pugna on the front, and everyone else waiting to counter engage. If he blink echoes, he can't. It has to be like the best blink echo of his life. If it's average, you know, 2 or 3 heroes.
Of his life. That's
of his life.
That's
how
quite
hard this is.
Oof. Well, Ohio scouting things out. Crystallize pops his own Shadow Blade in turn. Still has the Chronosphere. Went for the 500 time walk cast range talent for Void. Not too big of a surprise. You know, something I was a little bit surprised by in general, though, and I think Trent and I have talked about this a lot. The level 15 talent for Void, 300 health over 100 time lock damage. That was one I was a little bit surprised with, that pros are consistently going for the HP. Maybe the time lock thing is not as good as I originally thought.
I mean, it is very good. It gives you a ton of damage and everything, but surviving is greater than everything, especially on a hero like Void where you can get the time walk off the heal.
Wouldn't you say, I mean, technically, it's almost like it gives you 25 damage. So if you look at it like that, it doesn't sound that great, right?
It was also the, it doubles in Chronosphere, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. So it gives you 50 damage in Chronosphere. Not too bad.
Right. I mean, that's what it's gives a plus 100 damage, so then your bash becomes 450 damage in Chronosphere. That's
450 damage. Oh, Crystallize jumps in with the Chronosphere. He's gonna find Abed for now. The Cold Embrace is there. He's doing absolutely nothing. The BKB's already popped for him as well. Hurricane Pike, not sure if that's available. It's gonna be popped finally. BKB popped by Envy in turn. Na'Vi, they expend a decent amount. Still Earthshaker has Echo Slam ready to go. But no creeps to work with as this barracks is getting quite low. Dendy with the poison attack affects buildings. They need it. And this melee Rax will survive. So again, Fnatic hold. And all they use is Curse.
Alright.
At what point does this become very scary for Na'Vi?
So it's really scary when they lose that team fight. When they overcommit for the Rax and then Sniper happens to clean up. So far, they have gotten a lot of building damage, but they're not throwing their lives away. Right, that's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
If they ever happen to fail and give Sniper a bunch of kills, then I think that's when it gets really difficult. Like, at this stage of the game, yes, it looks like they've kind of hit a wall where they can't take any more buildings, but at least they're not throwing their lives away. That's when you have to worry.
Ohio scouting things out. They're smoked right now. Dendy is going to show. DJ, no curse for 10 seconds, but he'll throw out a Splinter's Blast and be on his way. This tier 1 tower is still alive in the mid lane, by the way. 6 HP. Pylite Die, will you go for it? He's going for it. Oh, he got it! Roger, get wrecked, says Pylite Die. He's going to take an Ignite and a Splinter's Blast, but the Glimmer will keep him quite healthy. And Fnatic, that's kind of a hit and run. They're happy with getting something, aside from just being resigned to their high ground for now. By the way, Crystallize going for a Scotty. What do you think about that?
Trying to think of what else he would buy instead of the Scotty.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, honestly, it's probably fine just to make some tanky stuff. The stats on it are nice.
Definitely a good item in general, but you don't really see it that often on a Void, I would say.
No, definitely not. Not the most common item. I don't know. I don't see what else he would buy, honestly, because no matter what he gets, he's going to have to deal with that, you know, the Cold Embrace and the Chronosphere.
Double Dagon 5. Pugna's at level 3 right now, buddy.
Yeah, sure. sure. Can't wait to see that.
I mean, Void takes great advantage of magic damage. What if magic damage... What if it doubled in Chrono for him? Would you see different builds?
You just see more Maelstroms, right? That'd be the big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, for sure. Poison attack affects buildings. Used to be a meme. Now is it's pretty strong. So I don't remember if I asked you this, but the nether toxin that used to be, that is now combined with poison attack, does not affect buildings, I'm pretty sure, unless you have this talent. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
The nether
So
toxin
even-
from before is all on the poison attack.
Right. Oh, Ohio getting slowed. Blink dagger is perpetually canceled here as this tower looks to be falling pretty shortly. Another nether blast will ensure that.
Towers die so fast when they start to get low, and the poison attack starts to get real strong.
Between the Soul Rip and Decrepify. Oh, Chronosphere onto 2 Crystallite will commit with the BKB, and they got DJ. That is a big, big deal. The Void, okay, the Curse comes out. Gonna keep him alive for now, but Crystallize, time walks out, and that's a couple buybacks forced by Na'Vi, and I think they're gonna be happy with this. As Envy potentially looking for a chase, but see if they can find anybody. Homing Missile will connect onto Crystallize. DJ with the Splinter's Blast. Glimmer's keeping alive, but there's the Dust Pilot Eye with the Fire Blast. Ohio, he used his Echo Slam, by the way. I must have missed it, unfortunately. So the watch is now, or the count is now 2 for the game.
Dire's middle barracks.
But that was
He's
a
doubled.
big fight for Na'Vi.
Yep, very nice. They managed to catch on both heroes thanks to the nice Observer Ward on the high ground. They found the Undying, or sorry, the Winter Wyvern and Gyro or Sniper right next to each other. Do we have any other siblings in Dota?
Anti-Mage Terrorblade used to be, but I don't think they are in Dota 2. What do you mean any other? You're considering
There are
Sniper
more.
and Gyro brothers?
They are, or cousins. They're definitely related. Look at them.
You're just basing this off of looks, or you actually know the lore?
I actually know the lore.
Oh, okay. I don't believe you.
Clockwork and Tinker, father son.
Okay, so does that mean Dragon Knight is a long-lost cousin of like Jakiro or something?
Nope, not related.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Nice try.
I gave it an effort. I gave it
Really
an
not a lore
effort.
master.
All right, well, Roshan looks to be a freebie for Na'Vi as they have a 15k lead. But Echo Slam is available in 5 seconds, my friend.
Oh,
They're going to
God.
smoke a little bit too late, but they could still look for a fight. This is the Refresher Shard
Refresher
time.
Shard. Yep, on Faceless Voids. He's got BKB. I don't know. This, they've got to kill him instantly. He doesn't have a Aegis at least, so there's that. They see him.
He's going to go for the creeps. There's the Echo Slam into the fissure, into the death. 100 seconds on the deck. Dandy forced to use his BKB on the run for now. Looks like he's going to pop the cheese. In the meantime, Ohio takes out Witch Doctor. So it's a 2-for-0 as Dendi will be the 3rd sacrifice for Na'Vi. A very nice fight for Fnatic. They did force a little bit out, but the problem is you still have Refresher Shard to worry about, and you still have Aegis on Pugna.
But this, I feel like the Aegis on Pugna doesn't actually do anything anymore.
Really? I think it's great.
Yeah. I feel like he dies so fast that he can't hit the tower anyways.
Well, he has a dagger now, buddy. You can use this
yeah.
twice in a fight.
Sure. That is very true. I don't know. I just feel like,
Who would it be better on?
anyone.
Viper or Void?
I think Viper, but even Viper wouldn't utilize. He would have just wasted it there anyway, so I guess it doesn't actually matter. But oh, game's in such a weird state. I mean, Fnatic,
Fnatic.
they found the jump.
They sure did, and they're taking full advantage of this. They're going to try to force some buybacks. 3 are available for Na'Vi. Will they just give up a Rax, though? Fortification is available, and they're not going to use it. They're just going to give up top lane completely. And Fnatic, some way, somehow, are trying to get back in this game.
They're not trying. They're back.
Day back, as this Shrine looks to be dead next. And
Look
this
at
is the point. Envy has 6,000 gold.
Yep, Sniper's also got 4,000.
Dendi and company TPing into the Shrine. Pylai Dai is literally sacrificing his life. He literally didn't even try to run away there.
He understands his role.
Yes, he does. There's no other player in Dota that I think understands the role better than Pylai Dai.
It looks hilarious, but it's a good play.
All right, so this is where things get interesting, Brax. We have Envy with a butterfly and buyback.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going towards Scotty next, but going to be far away from that. General level 20. Still has the Aegis to work with, and I think this is Navi's kind of... It almost feels like... I don't want to say last-ditch effort because they're... It could still go either way, but
no,
they
I
get
know what
weaker
you're
with
saying,
time.
They do. All right, there's also a Solar Crest picked up on the Earthshaker now. It's like, whoever they don't kill, or if they can't kill heroes in Chronosphere on the side of Na'Vi, they have nothing. There's no stuns, right? They've got the Coconut from Witch Doctor, and then Fnatic's carriers are going to pop their BKBs and just attack people. But we also have to remember there is a refresher shard on Faceless Void.
The Chronosphere onto one here. Ohio blinks out to safety. Beautifully done. Refresher shard is used. Now the Chronosphere onto 2. That is a huge-ass bubble, my friends. Gyrocopter dies. Envy's going to be forced to buy back the curse onto Crystallize for now. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis or anything to work with. Time walks away. Looks like he might drop the BKB pop. Not going to be enough to save his life. And all they get is a range Rax. A 2-for-1 with the buyback from Envy. Dendi being spotted out. Homing missiles on his way. He has absolutely no mana to work with in general. Still with the Aegis. I think you're right, buddy. Aegis did literally nothing for Na'Vi this time around.
Well, at least, you know, it wasn't that bad. Right, that was the refresher shard usage, but it was also Ovid's buyback too, so. 2 buybacks in that push. They got the range racks, tier 3. Not the worst thing in the world.
Oh
Jesus,
my god.
General.
Envy, if you die here, that is a huge deal. But unfortunately for General, not able to find another blast, and he's going to die once, probably twice. Envy, I swear to God, if you die here, I will raffle. I will literally raffle right now. Okay, he's fine. Basically, one decrepified dag, and he's... I mean, we've seen this so many times. You almost come to expect it. But Fnatic coming back with an absolute vengeance, and they're going to get a lot out of this. They're going to force buybacks at the very least. There's the Pugna.
So, Faceless Void's Chronosphere is up at the same time he respawns, so he probably won't end up buying back. Or if he does, they'll know it's not up yet. Yeah, Viper buys back instead.
Yeah, Void up in 20 seconds. Abed, he has vision for this for now. Double siege, actually.
Yeah,
they're getting this tower.
Siege. We got Bloodlusted as well.
Yeah, quite the good late game team for sure. Ohio with Echo Slam available. Envy still working towards a Scotty. Might just sell the drums and get some stats out of this, potentially. Maybe not. When's the have you ever seen the upgrade of, or the refresh of drums in a competitive game? Ever?
Like once.
Once? Literally once?
Yeah,
in your 10 years of playing? Jesus. It feels like it... I know nobody does it. It doesn't... I feel like it's not that bad. Like, to happen once ever, it doesn't feel that bad, you know?
Well, when you look at the numbers, you think, that's a pretty value buy. It looks good. Doesn't seem that bad. And then, I don't know, it just feels like it's unnatural to go back and buy yourself a drums
It's unnatural.
It just doesn't, like, I don't know. It's just so weird. It feels like it doesn't do enough.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised it hasn't really been buffed that much. I mean, the recipe has been changed a bit to be cheaper over the years, but Ice Rock has never really made a push to make that a thing. I bet most people don't even know you can do that, you know?
I think it's actually good. Like, when you look at the numbers, the cost for it, it's a team item as well. It's good, but you're right, we just don't see it.
Are you surprised? Okay, I'm going to say this, and I already know the answer, but I want to hear you say it. So, This is the first time I've seen 175 Chronosphere AoE in a game for competitive. They always take backtrack, but I feel like this game, the Chrono is just so much more important than we usually see.
Yep, it's just all about catching both Wyvern and some of the core in Chronosphere so we can kill somebody, right? Until he does that, there's nobody he can hit. And at least he has like all his heroes are range that want to get in there, right? So it's much easier for him to land the Chronosphere instead of Chrono teammates.
Oh, they're going to jump right into Crystallize. Ohio's in a lot of trouble, though. That could be a costly mistake. The Chronosphere is going to hit one. It looks like DJ not able to get there in time to get the cold embrace off, but they'll force the buyback. See if they can turn this around or not. Envy uses the BKB. Suneko on the sidelines has the cask available. Will use it to slow down Ohio for now. Actually uses the Maledict and the Death Ward to prevent the blink. Nicely done from the sidelines, but it's going to cost them at the very least Undying. So 1-for-1 with the buyback from DJ. He actually went for it that time. Didn't pay off though.
Buyback used. So the Chronosphere AoE is so big that if you catch one hero on the corner and then Wyvern on the other side, he actually walks into it trying to cast Cold Embrace. But he has Blink Dagger to play around that, but it's still so sad how big it is. It looks so weird.
You got to get Aether Lens now. You got to get that 50-minute Aether Lens to combat the Chronosphere AoE. I'm somewhat kidding, but I'm not really. I think it's good. Does he have a talent for... I don't think so. Yeah, no talent for cast range at all. Well, he does have a blink, like you said, but Force Staff in addition now. So Ultra Mobility for DJ. Level 21 now on the Wyvern.
You know, some of these late game talents seem insane, don't they? Winter Wyvern's 25 talent Splinter Blast stuns for 2 seconds. Doesn't that sound crazy?
One's insane. It is crazy. I mean, even the Winter's Curse 1.5 second duration is sounds pretty disgusting, considering how game-breaking that skill is. 2
more levels on Winter's Curse, basically.
Yeah. And if we look at Earthshakers, of course, we've seen the 400 fissure range come into play. The level 25 is interesting. -2 second on Enchant Totem, so turning it from 5 second to 3, or 50% magic resistance, which I assume he will take this game.
Yeah.
That is insane.
It's all about staying alive on heroes like Earthshaker. So, what happens if Earthshaker Chronospheres like Winter Wyvern and has like the Eon Disc or whatever, and he becomes immune for like 2 seconds, right?
Yes.
Is that enough?
Yeah, like 2 seconds in Chrono. I mean, you're talking about on DJ?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of what else he would buy when he has this much gold.
Refresher.
I think that refresher could be okay, but all it takes is that one.
Okay.
What's the? You just need to land one, Cold Embrace or one Curse. What does the second one do?
It doubles it. That's what it does.
I'm aware of that, but one. Does
I don't think
the job.
you are. Right. Well, speaking of doubling, we're gonna have the Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard again coming the way of Na'Vi. See if they can make better use of it this time around. It almost feels like this is a last-ditch effort. If they lose this fight, I feel like Fnatic might be in the driver's seat.
Yeah, maybe. Gyro's starting to scale too. He's got almost 6 items at this point in the game.
But very important to keep note of, and this could be the game actually for Na'Vi in favor of them potentially. No buyback from Gyro or Sniper for 1 minute. If they can take advantage of this timing, which they should have a decent idea about. I mean, pro players keep track of this stuff. Kind of.
Yeah. Sometimes they have rough estimates, and sometimes they have it down to the second, but I don't know. How do they push into the Sniper? He's got double damage up on the high ground. He's super farmed.
Yeah. That's true. I didn't see the DD. There's no way. So they'll have buyback pretty shortly. In your teams, did they keep track of timings, like specific timings like that?
For big things like buybacks, Glyph, and then if like a team fight revolves around like Ravage or Echo Storm, then yeah.
I found, of course, you've had way more experience, but based on my experience as an owner back in the day, it's based on the player and not the team necessarily.
Yes.
DC was horrendous at keeping track of Roche times. Horrendous.
I don't understand that. There's a stupid chat wheel option. The other DC was awful as well too. Every game they'd be like, "When's Roshan up, guys?" And I'm just sitting there with my head buried in my hands.
Yeah, we had to have a coach do it temporarily until I forget who actually took over. I think Resolution ended up doing it in the end. But yeah, so I know, like for Fnatic, I guarantee Envy is spamming every cooldown, right?
Of course, he's got it all on his copy paste.
Well, Tombstone applied. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage with the Dagon. Pylai dies in a lot of trouble. Will drop to the decay from Roger. As Na'Vi, looks like Crystallized pops the BKB. He's gonna get homing missiled.
If nothing, he's zoning, and Pugno's burning down a tower.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, they're going to jump in. Looks like Roger's the item of choice. Crystallize uses the Chronosphere. It's going to be a double attempt here onto the Wyvern as well. The Cold Embrace keeping Sniper alive for now, but he does have buyback pretty shortly. 120 seconds on the deck will be forced to buy back into the game. Looks like a lot of damage being applied from Na'Vi, though. 3 buybacks from Fnatic. Fortifications popped. Looks like they might get at least 1 Rax, if not more. Roger gets a big Soul Rip as Aegis is taken out by Ohio. Echo Slam is available, but no mana to use it. They're going to take out Pugna pretty easily on the sideline. And this mid-Rax, Dendy's like, please, God, just give me a Rax. And he's not going to find it. So Fnatic, they do have to buy back several heroes, but they do hold Na'Vi with a 21,000 net worth lead, which just seems ridiculous at this point.
Yep.
And Dandy will be the second to die.
Did you see that, by the way? When Crystallize went for the Chronospheres, what's his name? DJ tried to Cold Embrace the Sniper inside, and then General Force tapped him into the Chronosphere.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Well, he did Cold Embrace, though, right?
Oh, did he get it off? I don't think he did.
Yeah, Void was hitting nothing for a while there on the Cold Embrace.
Okay. Well, he still got Force staffed, and it was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I did not see that. Well, Fnatic, they want to try to force some more buybacks. Echo Slam, it's going to do literally nothing to Crystallize. And Ohio, that's a big ultimate down. We talked about this all game. Looks like Fnatic still want to force this, though. Silver Edge now online.
That could have been his buyback if they got that kill.
Yeah, for sure. Ohio, he's seen here. Crystallize has Chronosphere in 5 seconds. He's going to jump in. BKB applied. Viper's going to buy back into the game. The curse is applied to Crystallize. Not a whole lot of damage done, though, as Dendy really wants to take use of this. A 4-man Chronosphere. Can they do the damage, though? Good lord. Abed's at half HP, but the Satanic going to work. And Crystallize, time walks out to safety, still has cheese available. Abed with the BKB. So despite the amazing Chronosphere, not able to find really anything. Pile I Die might be the only one to drop. 70 seconds on the deck, no buyback to speak of. And Na'Vi, they need to get more out of this.
All right, 4 heroes were chronoed, but they got Ogre. That's
yeah, that
good.
was...
It looks so good, but then you just can't kill the heroes in it.
This game, it's 18k net worth lead for Na'Vi, but feels like they're holding on just barely.
It feels like they can't do very much to Sniper at all. Like, every time they get the next Roshan and then they get the Refresher Shard, they win a team fight a little bit and take some sort of buildings, but after that, like, nothing happens.
Oh my god, General. Holy Jesus, you just got wrecked.
Siege creeps are taking mid-racks.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be close, and they'll find it. So, Siege Creeps MVP so far for Na'Vi, as Envy himself will pop the BKB, along with Dendy. And Na'Vi's base taking a lot of damage. Looks like the Siege Creeps from the top lane will take out the mid-range tracks. You don't see that very often. But the chase is still on. Roger, level 24, stuck inside the tree line, will find his way to the grave. That's 2 buybacks available for Na'Vi. The only one not able to do so is Roger. As we do see the 1.5 second Winter's Curse talent picked up. Could be pretty big. And DJ's been stuck on this amount of gold, it feels like, the whole game. He's going to find a gem.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, the whole game, I mean, like the last 15 minutes.
Well, it's basically the game.
Yeah.
All right, Siege Creeps are destroying this game.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. Siege Creeps getting 2 racks on opposite sides of the map. Don't see that very often. Crystallize has Chronosphere. Ohio looking for a big Echo Slam. They're going to find Crystallize for now. Homing missile into the fissure. That's going to mean he cannot initiate. Abed, he's going to get this melee rack very easily. So Fnatic, we're just down 22k, are now down 8k at 60 minutes essentially with a sniper. Jesus.
Yep, it's getting bad. It's getting real bad.
Oh, I didn't even realize, dude. Envy with a level 25 talent, 3 homing missile charges. It feels like I remember this was talent last time around as well that nobody ever got because the alternative was much better.
has
But
fallen.
now it's a global call down as the alternative, which is
They,
a little meh.
They buffed the talent by making the other talent shit.
Yes, that's exactly what they did.
That's really sad.
I believe the last one was 3 homing missile charges or the extra flat cannon attacks, which might have been just
Way
plus
better.
4.
I think it was +6.
Was it plus 6? Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of 25 before.
Pretty dirty. This would be pretty fun to watch. It's just weird, like sitting, like at this stage of the game especially, you're level 25 gyro. Are you really meant to cast 3 homing missiles right away or something like that?
Well, it's a Lincolnseer breaker. When you're pushing
True.
high ground or they're pushing, then it's useful. But in fights, I can't imagine you would sit there and whip out the missile from
Are you
your
sure?
back
You
pocket.
can't imagine Envy doing that, Brax? Come on now.
You're right. The man's unpredictable. He's insane. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we've got a real game now.
Oh, yeah. I think Fnatic's definitely in the driver's seat right now, unless they make a huge mistake. Roger, he's going to be found out. Fire Blast into the fissure. Homing missile on its way. DJ Forstaff's in, looking for the Winter's Curse, but it's not going to be a great one.
They can
Undying,
chain
though,
storm off
stuck in
this.
the wrong place at the wrong time. That's true. They can definitely do that, and they're doing it. Echo Slam comes out. It doesn't do that much damage. The Faceless Void in a lot of trouble. He's going to jump in with the Chronosphere onto 2 heroes, attempting to take out that pesky sniper. He'll do so. That's no buyback for Abed. DJ on the run for now. Will use the invisibility, but Pylite Die is going to die in the backside. So that's 2 dead for Fnatic versus 1 for Na'Vi. Great trade overall for Na'Vi. They can get mega creeps without the sniper to worry about.
Oh, man.
In this game, just flip-flopped.
We were talking about how much pressure there is on Shaker to land all his abilities. That was such a shame.
Whose Force Staff was it? That was so clutch, keeping Crystallize alive. That was
I'm not
really
sure
sick.
whose it was, but it was very good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh,
attack.
Envy's going all in, by the way. He's TPing the top lane, knowing that
Ohio
sniper is
TP's
not
in too.
available. And they better be careful. General doing a lot of damage to Ohio. Nice dodge from this with the Blink Dagger. In the meantime, the other side of the base, Dendy going to work on the tier 3s. Remember, poison attack affects buildings, Brax. As the Rocket
right.
Barrage is destroying
General's dead.
General. He has buyback, though, 100 seconds. If doesn't want to do so.
not
Na'Vi
even
on the other
close.
side doing a lot of damage to this Ancient. BKBs are popped by Dendy and company. Looks like Fnatic's push will end. And I believe Gyrocopter with no TP to speak of. So this game will go to Na'Vi one way or the other. GG is a call. This is just game 1 of a best of 3. Envy caught without a TP, although he used it to get top lane. He went all in. I think that was the right choice, but not to
so
be
too.
this time around.
Yep, at that point, you have to try for it. You're just going to lose when they walk up to your base anyways. You know, he's a man that never gives up. He always finds a way back into the game. But unfortunately, not this one. Maybe game 2.
So with that,